Hi everyone. In this video we see the questions which have been asked in TRB 2017 in digital electronics subject. The first question is simplify the expression AB bar plus A bar plus AB whole bar. Let us solve this problem. So the given data is AB bar plus A bar plus AB whole bar. So you can correlate with De Morgan's theorem. Consider this is as A, this is as B, this is as C. So A plus B plus C whole bar is equal to A bar. So A bar here is AB bar whole bar plus B bar, here B is A bar, so B bar plus C bar AB bar. Sorry, it is dot. A plus B whole bar is equal to, again I write A B bar plus A bar plus AB is equal to A plus B plus C is whole bar is equal to A bar dot B bar dot C bar whole bar, right? So consider this is as your A, this as your B, this as your C. So A plus B whole bar, A plus B plus C whole bar is equal to A bar, this one is A bar, this one is B bar, and this one is C bar. So AB bar whole bar is equal to AB. So AB into AB bar 0. So the total answer is 0. Clear? So AB bar whole bar is AB. AB into AB bar 0. So what is the answer we can expect? The answer is option B. Now we go to next equation. Sorry, question. Reduce the expression and write which gate to buy. NOR into XOR and NAND. So this question can be solved very simply. NOR means if you are having a and B as input, NOR will give A plus B, A plus B whole bar. This is our NOR. XNOR is, this is our XNOR. NAND is A dot B whole bar. So this is the thing we got. From this we can understand, for example, suppose if you are having two inputs, means we can have four combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Let us substitute same input. If you substitute either 0 0 or 1 1, let us assume A 0 B 0, it will give 1. It will also give 1 because A plus B 0 plus 0 0 0 complement 1. A dot B 0 into 0 0 0 complement 1. 1 XNOR 1 is 0. Similarly, if you substitute A and B as 1, what we get is 0 here. Here also we will get A into B, 1 into 1, 1, 1 complement 0. So output is again 0. So same input will give output as 0. Let us substitute different input. A is 1, B 0. A1 B0 means A plus B is equal to 1 and 1 complement 0. A1 B0 means A into B0, 0 complement 1. 0 plus 1, 1. So for same input 0, different input 1, which is nothing but our XOR gate. So option D is the right answer. Next one, construct 16 cross 1 multiplexer using 2 by 1 multiplexer. How many 2 by 1 multiplexers are required to construct 16 cross 1? So if you are asked this type of question, what you have to do is divide the which multiplexer you want to form by the multiplexer you have. Here I want to form a 16 cross 1 multiplexer. What I have is 2 cross 1 multiplexer. So divide 16, that is what you want. What you have is 2. So divide 16 by 2. So what we get is 8. Next, divide the remainder by, quotient by 2 again. So 8 by 2, 4. Continue this process until you get 1 as a quotient. So next 4 by 2. So it is 2. Next 2 by 2, it is 1. So we can stop here. So we have to divide the multiplexer we want by the multiplexer we have. What we have to do? So 16 by 2, what we get? 8. Divide that by again the number 2. Then continue this process until we get a remainder quotient as 1. So now you add all the quotient. So 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to 15, right? But in the answer they didn't give 15, they gave 16, so you can put 16 as your right answer. There is no other option, right? But the exact answer is 15. 16 is the wrong answer. Fine. So whenever they want to construct some multiplexer of larger size by using multiplexer of smaller size, divide a large set of multiplexer by a small set until you reach 1 and add all the quotient value. Next question, which of the following flip-flop is used as latch? It's a well-known direct question. RS flip-flop is used as a latch. So no other option, directly we can write. Easy question. The binary value in the shift register is shifted by 1 bit position represents shifted right? So you must remember that whenever, let us take one number first, then we can understand easily. This is the number, 4-bit shift register. If, as per the problem, if I shift this number right side by 1 bit, so what we get is 0, 0, 1, 0. Clear? So here it is 4, here it is 2. So whenever you shift anything by right side by 1, that number is divided by 2. This is very, very important. Suppose if you shift this is right shift. Suppose you shift left, what you get is, left hand side means this 0 will go here and 1 will come here. So 1, 0, 0, 0. So here it is 4, now it is 8. So left shift means it will multiply the original number by 2, whereas right shift divide the number by 2. Very, very important. So the answer is, what is the answer you get is, this is divided by 2, division by 2 power 1. That is the correct answer. Next one, which of the following Boolean expression is incorrect? Okay, we know that a plus a bar b, a plus a bar b, that is it. So simply you can use a plus bc formula. So a plus bc means, like that you can use a plus bc is equal to a plus b into a plus c. So a plus a bar you consider as c dot a plus b. So a plus a bar is 1, a plus b, so this is right answer. This is correct expression. A plus b into a plus c, that is also equal to a plus bc, that is also right answer. And so a and c are right only, but what they ask is wrong answer. So we have to check d and b. D, let us see, a plus b bar into a plus b. Again use this property, a plus b bar into a plus b, a plus, what we are having, instead of bc we are having b dash into b. So b dash into b is 0. So what we get is a only. So this is also right. So what is the wrong answer? The wrong answer is B. So option B is a correct one, because they ask which expression is wrong. Out of these 4, this is wrong. Why it is wrong? A plus ab. Simply you take a outside, a into 1 plus b. 1 plus any variable in Boolean expression is 1 only. So a plus ab is equal to a. So this is the only incorrect option. So answer is B. Next one. Simplify f of abc is equal to sum of 0, 2, 4, 5, 6. Here they have given mean term is 0 to 4, 5, 6. Okay. So it's a 3 variable map. Draw 3 variable map. 1, 2, 3. So write 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. 0 to 4, 6 they are given. This is 0. This is 4. Sorry, this is 2. This is 4. This is 5. Right? This is 6. So I have to simplify. So I can combine all the 4 corners. So this 4, if I combine, what I get is A. So let me take, this is A. This is, these two are B and C. So if I combine, A will be cancelled, this is cancelled, and B, this is B bar cancelled. So what I get is C bar. So this is C bar. And what is the other thing I can combine? I can combine these two. This part is A, B bar, C. This part is A, B bar, C bar. So what we get is A, B bar only. So this yellow gives A, B bar. So ultimate answer is A, B bar plus C bar. A, B bar plus C bar is option B. So option B is the right answer. Next one. A decoder is a combination circuit that converts. This is a direct question. For decoder, 2n is input, n is the output line. So option A is the right answer. 2n input to n output line. Whereas encoder is n by 2n. n input, 2 power n output. Next, the difference in arrival of the edge of a clock phase at destination in the circuit with respect to the clock edge at the source of a clock signal is, this is a direct question, it is clock skew, right? So this definition is for clock skew. Okay, so no need to explain this. Next one, a single momentary transient in an output signal that should have been remained static in response to a input image. So this is nothing but static hazard. Why it is static hazard? The static hazard is defined as when it will happen when one input variable changes, the output changes momentarily, but it should not have changed. That will give static hazard. That means what? Actually, whenever we change input, output will also change immediately, but it should not. That condition is called static hazard. Whereas dynamic hazard, it is there is a possibility of output changing more than once as a result of change in input, right? So if input changes, output change also, but in fact it should not change. That is called a static hazard. That's what they are telling here. A single momentary transient in output signal. That means output changes, but it should have remained static. It should have been static. It should not change for the change in input. That is called static hazard. In dynamic hazard, if you change the input, output changes more than once. Okay, so that is called our dynamic hazard. So the option B is a right answer. Next one, how many address lines are required to design 1024 by 8-bit RAM? So 1024 is my address, 8 is the data. So in order to address 1024 location, I need 10-bit. Why? Because 2 power 10, by using 10-bit, I can address 1024 numbers. So what is the correct answer? It is 10 address lines are required to address 1024 by 8 RAM. Next, during the design of BCD to 7-segment decoder, what value is initialized to display number 9? So first we write number 9 in 7-segment form. right? So let me give some number here: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. For number 9, this should be active, this should be active. Sorry, I write something. This is active, 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 this is active. This one is not active. So we start A, B. So A to G. So A1, B1, C1, D1, right? E0, F1, G1, right? So we have to go from right hand side. So it is a BCD. So first 4 is, you start from the right side and go from right. So this is 8, 15. 15 is nothing but your F. This is, you put 0 again. So this is 0, 4, 2, 6. So it is 6F. I don't think 6F is in answer. So the exact answer is 6FH. That is your correct answer, not 7FH. So 7F is closer, so you put D, but the correct answer is 6FH. You remember how I write this number? Except E, everyone should be 1 in order to activate number 9. So A, B, C, D, F and G are 1, E is 0. And express those things in hexadecimal format. From right hand side, 4-bit you need. So this is 15, this is 6. So 6F. Right? I hope you understand all the problems clearly. If you are having any doubt, you can ask in comment section. If you feel my handwriting is not proper, I will soon correct it. Temporarily time being, you adjust. Thank you.